Shut up, Amy.
Hello there, everybody, and welcome back to Sonic Adventure 1. We are the Insane Duo, and in this pod, we're going to finally finish up Amy's story, and I say finally because I really hate this bitch.
I hate Big.
Well, I hate Amy in this game. In SA2, she's slightly tolerable.
That's because you don't play as her.
In Hero, she is awesome. In 06,
That's because
she
she has
is
the light
shit
dash.
again. What?
That's because she has Light Dash.
Actually, no, she doesn't.
Really?
Only Sonic and Shadow have Light Dash.
Really?
Apparently. I just remember having the Light Dash as Amy for some reason. In 06, she is even shittier than she is here. And
Due to a stubble jump that can suck ass, and not to mention turning invisible, which makes no sense whatsoever.
And hopefully in Sonic Boom she will be awesome.
Amy, you couldn't have put the shape of it together. To put the shape of the bird's pendant, or the jewel and the bird's pendant together.
By the way, people, we are marathoning this the entire last half of this game.
Marathon. Avachi!
Why did you say that?
I just felt like it. And we don't even get to see the fight.
We don't.
It just cuts.
And suddenly Gamma is broken.
Sappy music.
Very bad sappy music, actually.
Oh well, it is more saddening than the supposed credits music from BattleBlock Theater. You really gotta see that.
But
then again, the move takes a complete 180. Clunkers?
I get a weird feeling they were referencing Star Wars with that. Ironically enough, I've actually been on the verge of crying quite a few times in Fantasy 13 so far.
Why? Wait, how far are you in the game?
I'm on Chapter 5.
And how many hours?
10.
How many chapters are there?
I don't know. Right now I'm actually on the Chapter 5 boss, so I'm towards the end of that.
Is there a way for co-op in the...
No.
Damn it.
Freedom. I don't know if 13.2 or
that. So I guess the co-op in the RPG is gonna wait till the Tales games.
Yeah, and I'm not entirely sure if 13.2 or 3, as I like to call Lightning Returns, has co-op.
I remember seeing Screw Attack's reasons why we love and reasons why we hate Final Fantasy 13, Final Fantasy 13-2. One of them was Lightning is Jesus, well in the first game. And also, Chocobos!
Yeah, one of the characters has a little chocobo chick in 13.1, and that chick is adorable.
Chocobos! Chocobos are just hilarious, are just fun to have around.
Well, then in 13.2, their writing theme is apparently very, very awesome.
Tails is going, you better pay me for this!
Have you been watching Johnny's Final Fantasy 7 streams?
I have not. That flame is nowhere near the engine.
Yeah. In his latest session, which is session 6.
Session?
He had to do Chocobo races, so he played 13.2's Chocobo theme over it, and it's a rock song.
Wow.
You really need to hear it. It's funny.
But still, Chocobos! Just
By the way, people, I actually did rent 13.2 as well. It's just...
How long do you have for the rent?
5 days.
Good luck!
Yeah. Well, I basically marathoned the first 10 hours of 13.1 last night, so I might be able to beat that and get started on 13.2 before the end of the rental period.
Oh yeah. Guess what my hour count was in Tales of the Abyss.
How long?
42.
I wonder how much of that is attributed to deaths.
The deaths are cut out.
Yeah. Unlike in Final Fantasy 13, where they count the deaths no matter what you do.
Because when you die, you get booted right back to your first save, to your last save. So, yeah, deaths are cut out.
Actually, while I was going to the rental place to get Final Fantasy to get 13 and 13-2, I had brought my Tie 1 and Tie 2 discs.
What?
Because they have a disc they have a disc fixer there, so I got them fixed. I tried Tie 2 today, so to see if it was playable. It is in certain areas, but
Still crap. Okay, well, I saw. I was out. Because I was springing allergies. But what are you doing?
I got my Tie discs refurbished so that way they were actually so that way Tie 2 was actually playable. It is in the first few areas, but once you try and actually go into the massive hub world that the game has, it freezes up. And it's done that like 5 times, so I'm just gonna rebuy the game. And I'm probably gonna get it for GameCube so that way you can borrow it.
Okay. What are you doing?
I don't know where the heck I'm supposed to go.
You were talking about Ty. I was busy blowing my nose, and
Neither of us were paying attention.
That shows how much we care about Amy's story.
Yes. Oh, I think I remember where I'm going now.
Amy, we want you to pole vault. Like
There we
that.
go. And now we get to go through the maze as Amy! Yay!
Where do you need to go? Do you need to go to the temple or something?
I need to go to Eggman's base. Yeah, base.
Congrats to Steven Place, who gave Connor the catchphrase.
Well, hey, it's better than my parents randomly walking in when I say something worse.
True. Okay, Eggman, are you trying to be flashy?
I think he is, actually.
Eggman, I know you like to be flashy, but that's usually when you're attacking, because you love being flashy when you're attacking.
Egg fleets, the Ark, the massive armada at the beginning of Unleashed.
Do you not see the egghead? Oh, what? The searchlights didn't give it away?
Ellipses.
What?
Ellipses.
Ellipses?
Random ellipses.
Ellipses?
Maybe that was the bird. It's like, bitch, I don't want to be with you, but you're the one who actually has a weapon, so I kind of have to be with you. That's what I imagine the bird thinking.
There's the Sonic ripoffs.
Oh, nice.
How many times are you going to be saying that?
I don't know. I have completely forgotten how to do this. Oh, come on. What the?
What the? Okay.
God. This is aggravating.
Wait.
There. How did I have that much trouble with it?
Finally. Okay, so there's only 3 characters that go through here.
Oh, for shit's sake! Why are you?
You already
still
had
on
the
our ass?
You already had the chaos. Why are you chasing us again?
I have a feeling that Eggman didn't tell him to stop chasing Amy because he already has the freaking emerald. Apparently, you can kill those things.
I just run around them. I don't feel like killing them, so.
Yeah, it's faster just to avoid them.
But going back to the Final Fantasy and Bravely Default when it comes to summons, there's one summon that I've seen for Bravely Default that caught my attention. Deus Ex.
Why?
It's a gigantic god machine.
Why does that remind me of the actual video game series called Deus Ex? Which may as well be pronounced that way, just different.
Ah!
just different official spelling of it.
By the way, there's also
And because I don't feel like trying to
Bubble.
push my way through with
Green
invincibility
shoes,
friends.
go. Ow. Oh,
Back to the life, actually.
free man.
Why do you call him that?
I don't know.
Maybe just like Steven has rubbed off on me, Clement has rubbed off on you. Invincibility frames go.
Oh, but going back to Brinley Pope, one of the summons has the same name as the bird that Evital is based off of, and it's a gigantic plane. No, seriously, it's a gigantic commercial airplane. I mean, it looks like it's a commercial airplane. The Schmelger, something like that. Sorry, buddy.
I think
I like watching Zero go apeshit because you can't get inside.
I think one of the things that everyone who's played Final Fantasy 13 can agree on is that the game is absolutely fucking beautiful. Seriously, the game looks amazing.
By the way, Connor and I agreed that he does the turn-based Final Fantasy, which is usually like the numbered Final Fantasies, and I do the 3D and I do the real 3D combat, which is the Crystal Chronicle series.
And ironically enough, partially 13 and 13 too. Because the 13 series' combat system is kind of like a mix of
Crystal Chronicles and regular.
Yeah, in a way, I could basically describe it as Xenoblade Chronicles' battle system, but better.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you can actually dodge, and enemies can't cheap shot you with a melee attack when they're a mile away.
No, actually. Well, actually, they can't. They don't cheap shot you mainly because, more often than not, they're really fucking far away, depending on what you're doing.
No, I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is basically like the Zord boss fight. The Zord has this attack called Zord Impact, and I swear I'm well out of the range of that attack, and it still hits me after pole vault.
I know, I'm trying to do that. Yeah, nothing like that ever happens unless the enemy has a really far reach.
Yeah, Zord Impact does have a shockwave that has a lot of reach, but I'm way out of the range of that, and it still ends up hitting me.
Yeah,
There's also enemies when they just kick the air in front of them and it ends up hitting me, and I'm more than 10 feet away from them.
Yeah, usually when an enemy goes to do a melee attack, they run right up to you. And actually, that reminds me that some of the characters, when they do a melee attack, actually pull an Arkham series and just fly across the damn room in order to get to the enemy. Lightning does it the most often because she's the only one with a sword. Well, Lightning and Snow, because they're both close range people. Hope has a boomerang. The guy with the chocobo chick, whose name is Zaz.
I love it how we're not even paying attention to anything whatsoever. We're divulging into Batman and Final Fantasy. Going back to the Batman, okay, this is just a simple question. Okay, who would be the Batman when I'm talking, out of the two of us, who would be the Batman, meaning who would be the one that actually go out and do the fighting, and who would be the Alfred, the one who can give some ideas and some emotional support when necessary.
You're the Alfred.
By me.
Because I suck at advice.
You also suck at riddles.
Oh, hey, at least I can figure out some of them in Arkham City. Just not a majority of them.
How much do you want to bet if I put Connor and Professor Layton, tell him to solve a puzzle without hints? How many puzzles do you think he'll be able to solve?
And quite a few. It just take a while. Am I even going in the right direction?
I don't even think you are.
I remember there being a map button.
Map! I wish I knew that before. This could have been helpful!
Okay, yeah, I think I'm going in the right direction.
Seriously, you couldn't have told me this before?
Jump, jump, jump.
Jump. Wrong direction.
Other way.
Whee! Whoa!
Apparently Amy had her hammer out just long enough for me to hit the button. Yes. Fuck. turn the fan on if you want to, because it's pretty hot in here.
Come on. Yes.
And now we have to endure Amy winding up the damn ladder. Ladder.
Later. Ladder. Looter. Baby. How's that?
It's my security program. Yeah, a restart message just came up on my computer, but it didn't actually. But we actually had. But it gives you the choice rather than just saying.
Fuck you. We're restarting.
Well, either that or just giving you a time limit. And if you don't notice it in time, it's gonna fuck you over.
Let's go beat the crap out of Zero and call Amy and get Amy's story out of the way.
Yes. And we're only 16 minutes in.
By the way, SA2, what is the game we're going to be doing after this? It's not really a game that Connor and I hold very high. We don't really care for.
Yeah. It's the only game in the entire Sonic franchise that I like less than Shadow the Hedgehog.
And that's saying something for him.
Yes.
Okay. You remember when Knuckles fought Chaos 6 when you're still in the sky and the entire glass barrier where you're standing was shattered?
Yeah, how was it back? I'm assuming is your question.
We're gonna learn more about these birds and game of story, just to let you guys know.
Fuck. Bitch, you got me hurt. You were supposed to protect me.
You had one job. One job.
He's not an idiot. He's obeying his programming. Although he is kind of an idiot for angering you. And how many fucking upskirt shots are we gonna get in this fucking game? Why do I get the feeling that Sonic Team are secretly pedophiles?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Seeing as we got
when you put all Japanese people, when you put some Japanese people together, some perverted thoughts gonna come out eventually.
Yeah.
And the boss battle theme sucks.
Indeed.
I'd much rather have the Egg Viper and Egg Walker theme.
Yeah. I'd rather have the Chaos 4 theme, and that's saying something because the Chaos 4 theme kind of sucks.
This boss theme is this boss battle is very simple. And you ran into the barrier, you idiot.
I thought the barrier just stunned Amy.
No, it hurts. It hurts. You almost hit it. Grab a damn ring.
I did.
Okay, this boss battle is very simple. You basically just sumo Zero into the barrier with your hammer, grab a ring, and then the electricity causes his helmet to pop open. You hit the core, lather, rinse, repeat until he's done. He only takes 3 hits.
Done. I forget if the explosion can actually hurt me. I don't think so because it's a cutscene though, but better to be safe than sorry.
You already have a ring. You weren't gonna die.
Well,
try to flick me in the face.
Well, more like flick you in the forehead.
Amy, your eye is leaving your body. It was seriously. The people was right here.
See.
You had one job. Wait, they're on the battle arena. How did that bird not get flattened?
I don't know.
Bitch, let me pass that, okay? Let me just pass that. No, later, bitch. I don't want to see your face again.
Piss. I tried to get away. And this is not heartwarming whatsoever because this bitch is here.
Go away. Okay.
And jazz hands.
Okay, I'm just here to say goodbye. Never follow me. I never hope to see your fucking face again. Bye.
Jazz hands.
No, look at this. We really need a face cam for this.
Have you been following the news about Sonic Boom?
No.
Well, it's possible that Marie is going to be in the game with her own redesign. I hope to God that Marine is in the game because I actually like her.
Is she gonna be like Rosalina in 3D World?
maybe, but but if she is in the game, maybe unlike Rosalina, because this game actually has a story, she'll probably have some plot importance. But you might not be able to play as her right away.
I'm probably gonna play as most of the time.
It's the game's probably gonna be
Now saving, and we are done with Amy's story.
yay. As far as I can tell, Sonic Boom's gameplay might actually be like a PS2 game that I played, which ironically is Nicktoons Battle for Volcano Island, which is actually a decent game. And from what I can, yeah, from what I can tell, the gameplay is kind of from the gameplay in the Nicktoons series is like you have 4 characters at one time that you can play as, and you can hit a certain button in order to switch between.
Aren't those characters SpongeBob, Jerry Neutron, Timmy Turner, and Danny Phantom?
That was the first game. In the second game, which is Battle for Volcano Island, you have a lot more characters, but they're level specific. So sometimes you'll only end up playing as a character once. In which case, one of those cases is actually Timmy. You save him like a third of the way into the game, but you only get to play as him once, and that's not for another third of the game. Which is kind of weird.
Oh, by the way, I actually played a Nicktoons game, Nicktoons Unite for the Game Boy Advance.
That's the first game. I
actually beat that game.
I have the PS2 version. I haven't beaten it, but that's because Jimmy's level is a pain in the rear.
Is he like the final level or something?
Yes.
Figured, because
the first level
because Jimmy's villain like Dr. Calamitous or something, and he was the main villain of the first game. So, are we gonna get to that? Are we gonna get to that game like after we do like TAC or something?
Eventually, if I can.
Because when we do co-op games, aren't we going to co-op TAC for the 3D one, and then Mario World or 3 for the 2D co-op?
I think so. And I'm not even entirely sure that the Nicktoons games have a co-op system.
But TAC is technically Nick.
Well, TAC is one of those games that got a TV show after it was made.
Okay.
It's like Pokemon.
Pokemon went from game to anime to trading cards
to movies
to comic, then movies. The comics are good. It shits on the show in every way.
The movies really depends on what movie it is. I personally really like 13, which is Guillotine and the Sky Warrior.
I like 2000 and 3000.
3000. Was that the one? Was that the anti one?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
As well as Pokemon Forever. Yes. Heroes was kind of.
Yeah.
It makes you question a bit, but I really do like some portions of it.
I really
it makes me wish we had a water Pokemon race like that in the beginning of Heroes in the Johto games, but that's pretty much all I.
I personally really like the 3 Sinnoh movies, but
they were really good. You know, it's kind of funny in the second and third Sinnoh movie. Ash could have caught Giratina at any time, and Giratina would have no quarrels with him whatsoever. Because Giratina actually.
I have a feeling.
Giratina took one look at Ash after he was in a blind rage, and just went, "Oh, hey, buddy, how's it going?"
I get the feeling that if that happened, it would be like Platinum's Regigigas in the manga.
It's Diamond's Regigigas.
You know what I mean.
He'll only come up when he feels like it?
Yes.
You know, if that's the case, technically Ash would be able to catch Lugia. He'll have no problem. Latias has no problem. Let's see.
Zoroark, depending on...
Zoroark.
Well, both of them, technically. Because Zoroark did eventually warm up to Ash.
Azelf will have no problem.
Reshiram / Zekrom, depending on which movie you saw.
I saw both.
So technically
Victini.
Have you seen the newest one, the Kira one?
No, I haven't. Well,
have you seen the Genesect and?
Yes. The baby Genesect, the little Genesect will have no problem.
What about the Mewtwo in that movie?
Speaking of which, the original Mewtwo would have no problem.
I'm fairly sure Mew would have no problem. Ash is able to befriend a lot of legendaries.
Does he do anything with them? No.
Whereas we have to spend 2 hours trying to catch them in the best dang balls we can, but their catch rates are so fucking low that they're gonna break out of every single one.
The most I took in a legendary fight was 5 minutes. No. Hey. Do we care about this? No.
Hey! Big, now.
Okay.
And by the way, that loud bang was me hitting the GameCube controller on his watch.
Yeah. I was gonna hit me with it.
I almost did too. Anyway, anyway, we have been the Insane Duo, and in the next part, we shall do Big's story.
Hopefully I can marathon it into one part.
And if we can't, then I will speed up. We're gonna do it all in one go, but I'm gonna speed up. Because we freaking hate Big that much. See you then.